Hello, intelligent friends. This is Marlo Boyle. I am the education director for IN, and I have here one of my dear longtime friends and colleagues and our global innovator, Mr. Rudy Miles.
Hi! Hello.
We are here starting a new series under the Inspiring Professionals umbrella called Wellness Wednesdays. And so we're trying this on. Our goal is to come on and share short, inspirational tips, tricks, deep dive ingredient essentials around our skincare, various pieces. So
Love it.
today we are excited. We're going to be talking about our IntelliSeed essentials.
Yes.
So, Rudy, let's chat a little bit. What do we have on the docket today?
Well, hello. I am Rudy Miles, Beauty by Rudy. You know me. I'm an esthetician. So we're really going to talk about, I like Intelligent Global because the skincare is super to the point. And I find as an esthetician and my private clients, you have to understand I do private clients, so I don't carry retail around with me. I have to refer them to our website to purchase. So there's a real trust in that because I have to be sure that the product is something they'll love when they get it. Most of my clients want very simple, effective skincare. And the idea of education is key. So sometimes my clients they may be doing the right step, but may not be doing it properly. So we're going to talk about that today with cleanse and pre-cleanse and the importance of that. And also formulas. I think in our industry today, there's so much conversation around ingredients and what does clean mean and does it really work? And do you have to exfoliate? And sensitive skin can exfoliate. And I think all of those things have to be so individualized. So again, at IN, we're able to help you make those decisions and give you more bang for your buck. I like to say there's so many different ways you can use some of the products to get results that you want. And as an esthetician professionally, using this also as a treatment product, I have to be able to manipulate it to also get professional results. So we're going to walk through the products, talk about some of the technology and the science behind it, and really the expectation. Like I love the word why. Whenever I'm doing education, it's like when we're talking about a lesson or a lesson plan, everything has to be why. With makeup, it's why this brush, why this color, why this placement. With skincare, it's why this step, why this ingredient, and why this result. And so we want to be able to talk about that a little bit today. And of course, answer any questions and just chat.
Yeah. So if you have questions, drop them in. I can see them and I'll answer them along the way.
Because I can't see them.
Okay, I can. I'm with you. Let's talk a little bit about, before we dive right into those products, you and I chose to talk about IntelliSeed essentials. We know they're a focus for this month, but that IntelliSeed is our science, one of our 6 sciences that really guides a lot of our product formulas and helps to enhance what the end result is of the product by bringing some amazing qualities to the formula of the product. So let's talk a little bit about what IntelliSeed really focuses on.
Yeah, so everyone, you have to understand with your skin, you hear the cliche, it's your largest living organ. Well, if you really break that down and think about it, it is true. It's also your most exposed organ because it literally is your protection from the elements. But we have to be clear, the skin does an okay job at protecting us from the environments. It does keep most things out, but some things do get in. So when we hear the word antioxidant, it seems to be so overused, but it is so critical. So if you take away nothing else from this conversation, when you have some free time, you should look up antioxidants and also oxidative stress because these two elements affect the outside of our skin as well as what goes on inside our body. So we always talk about, Marlo, with skincare, you can only expect so much because it is external. And also because it's a retail item, it's not medicinal and you can't make medical claims.
Right.
So we want to be very clear. The other side to that is your lifestyle and other choices, which we can't tell you what to do with yourself. We can only tell you what the products can do for you. So when we talk about the IntelliSeed, it's this idea of using highly rich antioxidant ingredients like black cumin seed. I highly recommend you look up, and this is also why I love IN. Look up the ingredient, not the product. So in the industry, in the world of health and beauty, what is the conversation around black cumin seed? You will be surprised if you Google that, what you find out about the benefits of that ingredient. Okay. Again, we talk about topically. So you have black cumin seed, you have red raspberry, you have red grape, you have cranberry, and what am I forgetting?
Pumpkin seed.
Pumpkin seed. So these rich, we cold press the oil, and in some of the ingredients it also uses the powder form, and it's just they do different benefits for the cellular structure. But this idea of being able to help the skin do its performance without being depleted by antioxidants. By free radicals. So it
Mhm.
provides the antioxidants so that the free radicals don't take it from the skin. It takes it from this extra let's say atom that
Mhm.
the cell has in these antioxidants to give so that the skin is spared. So
Mhm.
that's very important for cell turnover, for collagen production, fine lines and wrinkles, hydration, being able to keep your skin hydrated. It's all such a delicate dance, and it's more of a circle than a pyramid. Everything connects to each other.
Yeah,
So
and wouldn't you say also with this, with the Intella seed, when I think about seeds that I eat, the pumpkin seed, sunflower seeds, you're getting those essential fatty acids, and that's another primary reason why we use them in this blend for our skin and for hair is that essential fatty acid, those omegas, that rich moisturization that you're getting on the skin and protection of the skin's barrier and ability to hold moisture.
it's absolutely true. I mean, your skin is ideally balanced with oil and a water content. As we get older, that naturally changes. But again, lifestyle also makes that change. Exposure to sun, smoking, alcohol, the climate that you live in, indoors and outdoor climate, and the products that you use. Some of us are depleting our skin much more than we are nourishing it. So that's why I love, again, IN, because depending on the product step, it will often give you activity as well as nourishment to balance that without depleting the skin. So the first products we're going to talk about are cleansers. The one thing you want a cleanser to do is cleanse the skin without depleting the skin, and
Mm,
ideally leave behind some nourishment.
yeah. All right. So are we going to start with the Seed Synergy Micellar Water?
We are. We're going to start with micellar water. Micellar waters are so popular in the industry. Again, I love thinking about the industry, then thinking about IN.
Mhm.
But the great thing about this one, I'm going to use a reusable cotton round. You could take this product in your hand and literally as a pre-cleanse, work it into your skin as a pre-cleanse. You can. Guys, gentlemen, I highly recommend, and I only going to call out men because my friends are less likely than my lady friends at the gym to wash their faces. So I don't mean ladies shouldn't do this too, but it's
No,
more,
but there's something about it. There's
yeah,
something
it's more
about it.
prone that ladies
Right.
actually wash their faces a little
Right.
more often than most of the guys that I know.
Right.
It's great after the gym, just so that when you leave the gym, at least you're taking off the sweat and debris, because sweat also carries with it bacteria,
Mhm.
so that you're not walking around with that bacteria on your skin that's constantly left on the skin as you go about your day. So just a quick even rinse will help. So I like to take it on. You can use we like to say reusable cotton rounds. There's lots of reusable cotton rounds and cloths in the marketplace today. And I like to use this actually everyone as my pre-cleanse step. So I'll be honest, some days I'm lazy. My pre-cleanse is my cleanser twice. Like I'll use my cleanser one
Mhm.
time and then I'll do it again as my second cleanse.
Me
When I'm
too.
when I'm feeling a little more lush. Now I'm going to tell you today, I don't want to be gross, but I'm going to show you. I went out earlier. I already washed my face. Let me see. Can I show it? You can't really see. Oh,
I
wait.
can't really say.
Let me see. Oh,
Oh,
there
I
you
can
go.
see that. Whoa,
Look at
there we
that.
go. Nice.
Look at that.
Yeah, but that's true. And
And
people don't realize
yeah.
how much gets stuck on, from the environment itself and
And I
at
live
the
in New
same
York.
time what your body's pushing out.
Yeah, and I live in New York. So,
Yeah,
and
right.
let's be honest, part of that's also, I mean, the cloth has some texture to it, so it's helping with that. But
Yeah.
that is, even from a walk to the store and back home, you are bombarded with this debris every day. So I told you two things I want you to look up: antioxidants, oxidative stress, and the other one is PM, P as in Paul, M as in Mary, or in this case, particulate matter 2.5. What is that? Well, it's basically from the dirt and debris in our environment outside and indoors, the particles of pollution that rest on the skin. But when you look this up, you're going to find recent research shows that PM 2.5 does not only settle on the skin, remember, the skin does an okay job at keeping things out. They are finding some PM 2.5 within the epidermis, those upper layers of the skin.
Mhm.
So that means it can penetrate. So the reason this antioxidant conversation with cleanse is so important, The antioxidants are going to help fight PM 2.5 or anti-pollution. So we talk about, you'll see anti-pollution being talked about in skincare, especially cleansing products, because we have to keep that skin cleansed and battle those environmental aggressors.
Absolutely. And also with the micellar cleanser, just to say, for those people who don't know what micellar waters are for, excellent for people who are wearing makeup. So as Rudy said, like a pre-cleanse, or you just want to switch out your lipstick from day to evening and you're running out the door and you don't want to take off your whole face, or you just need to kind of reapply one section. Excellent for that also, in that smaller space versus full-on cleanser.
And you don't have to rinse this off. So I figured the bitch pointed me at the gym of just taking it and just washing it across your face to lift off some of that dirt and debris. Eventually, you're going to shower. It's also a sustainable palm oil. So those tiny micellars, they're tiny oil droplets, but that doesn't feel oily in the formula. So that's what helps to draw that dirt and debris and attract it to your disposable applicator or your hands, whatever you're using to remove it, and cleanse the skin. So it's weightless, it's not oily, and it does not need to be rinsed.
Cool. So then we have Seed Synergy Foaming Cleanser.
Ooh, who doesn't love a good foaming cleanser? Now, when I first started in retail, everyone said, foam doesn't do anything. And so in and of itself, that's partially true. I mean, surfactants in the industry, again, we're not going to diss what other people do. It's not about that. Surfactants in and of themselves sometimes are added to a product for the visual effect. So you get this nice rich foam. But here, again, we use sustainable palm and also coconut, so that the actual foaming sensation that you get from this product, I'm just gonna put a pump in my hand. I'm gonna add some of my water here. You can put it on wet or dry skin. I think it says to dampen your skin first, but I'll just do it because it says it, but sometimes I don't. And I'm just gonna show how it works into a rich, look, a rich.
I love this cleanser. Like, I'm a foaming cleanser person. I know. And I'm an oil-rich skin, so I use half of the amount of this cleanser than I've ever used of any other foaming cleanser. That's how thick it is and amazing it is.
And what I do, team, typically, what I do with my cleanser is I'll work it in and I constantly reactivate it. You should wash your face for at least a minute. At least. If you could do more, that's more. I often say if you start to see it no longer lather or foam, that's a good time to start rinsing and do your second cleanse, where you're going to get twice as much lather. If you notice, I did my micellar water first, so I'm not getting the same rich lather. I'm using the same amount. If I had used the same amount and not pre-cleanse, you would see it activate much more because there's more to get off the surface. But here I kind of helped it along by, it smells so good.
It does, but it's also the beauty of this foaming cleanser for me as an oil-rich skin is that I don't feel like I just squeegeed my face or that I just wrapped it with saran wrap, because it leaves my skin feeling more moisturized because of the aloe and the glycerin in it.
Everyone, so that's also very important. I mean, squeaky clean, if you're oily, it feels good at first, but one side, flip it to the other side. But you don't want your skin to feel stripped all day. So some people wash their face and go. That only helps it produce more oil and makes it exaggerate the oiliness that you're trying to eliminate. So cleansing the skin is very important. Double cleanse is great. But the great thing about the Seed Synergy foaming cleanser, you could do 3 cleanses and your skin won't feel stripped because it has those humectants in it that hydrate as it leaves the skin. And I think that's very important. Now, not to say once a week when you're doing like something more exfoliating or something more treatment oriented, but keep in mind, this is meant to be your daily cleanser. And if you're using this as your daily cleanser, and let's assume you're cleansing twice a day, you want to keep your skin hydrated. Yeah.
Let's assume that you're watching twice a day.
Let's assume. Not my friends.
I believe me, I've got some past where I'm like, come on now, you're washing more than, are you washing at least once a week? I get a little concerned. I'm like, come on. Okay. Beautiful skin. Look at you. I want you to know that all that are watching, I use my foaming cleanser every day. So of course I used it this morning, and then I have a couple of other of our treatment products in place, but we're going to jump to our Seed Synergy Hydro Lotion, one of my favorite moisturizers.
Oh, love. So, the idea of my friends who use shea butter here in New York, like on Harlem, on 125th Street, You go to 125th, you buy shea butter like in a jar, and it literally is like butter, like a tub of butter. So believe it or not, this product actually has shea butter in it. And what's great about shea butter is at room temperature, it's quite solid, but when you place it on the skin, it melts into the skin. So this is great for any skin type because it's going to be hydrating for oily skin without leaving texture,
Mhm.
and hydrating for dry skin without having to use something rich during the day. Some people during the day don't want a rich cream. So we have
Mhm.
for nighttime a richer cream if you want something rich, but this can be used every day. Lightweight. I use 1 to 2 pumps. I didn't do my neck because my shirt covers it, but if I was going to do my neck and my face, I would do 2 pumps. I like to massage it in first, and then I like to press in any excess.
See, my problem when I use it, because I use at least 2 pumps, sometimes three, because I'm taking it down further. But my problem is having this whole sensorial breathe-in moment. And I'm like, oh yeah, I got to actually massage it on my face because I'm so in love with the aroma.
It smells so amazing.
Yeah.
And you have to, I want to show you this too, everyone. So the color, there's no added color. Here it looks white, but it's kind of like
No, we can kind of see that
oh, good, good, good. Yeah,
it's a pale vanilla-ish.
exactly. So the color is the formula. There's no added
Right.
color for aesthetic purposes. So that's the other beauty. It's 100% original, pure, clean color,
Hmm.
nothing added, and the aroma is 99% organic, right? And the
Yeah.
reason we say 99, there is an ingredient in it that you can't get organic, so you just can't. So 99% is pretty darn good for a
Hmm.
product.
Yeah. And
Uh,
I drink this up all summer with my skin because I'm down in Chicago and I'm along the lake and it's nice and humid and hot where we
oh
are right
gosh,
now. And then, which is beautiful to have. But when you're really an oil rich skin, you want to have just a feeling that you don't have an extra layer of humidity on your
and for all
face.
you baldies, don't forget the scalp is skin.
There you go. Some people just seem to forget. Like they think, oh, I just zip this off today and I hang up my face today and I'm going to pick a new one up tomorrow. When I'm like, it's going all the way up here, right
Yeah,
here
yeah.
to your toes.
Yeah.
So, Rudy, well, I had fun today with you.
I know it's short and sweet, but that's really what your skincare could be: effective, um, performance driven,
Mhm.
and amazing smelling.
Yep. So we thank you for joining us. We'll be back. We'll let you know when. But we're excited to be starting our Wellness Wednesdays with Intelligent. I am
Yes.
Beauty, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks,
Happy day.
everybody. Bye,
Yeah.
Marlo.
Bye.